Hello, everyone. Welcome to Insight with Moonshadow. I am Moonshadow. I'm an integrative, holistic therapist, intuitive, and shamanic mind, body, and spirit healer and evangelist. Now, today, we are talking about chakras. And what are chakras? And how they influence and how they work within us. And how they could empower us and they could diminish us. Now, we have 7 main chakras in our body. They start from the coccyx all the way up to the crown. So if you imagine, if you will, hey Monty, if you imagine yourself, your spine, okay? Now, obviously your spine isn't straight. However, if you imagine your spine being aligned all the way up the spine in the middle of your body, you have these wheels of life, these energy centers. Now, if any one of these centers are either overproducing or underproducing energy or spinning differently than the others, you will have an imbalance. You could get affected physically, emotionally, spiritually. So all of this is to do with the mind, body, spirit connection. So now let's start with the first chakra. Now, the first chakra is called the root chakra. It is also called, there's a Sanskrit name for it as well. There won't be a quiz at the end of this, everyone. But it's called Muladhara. Now, this chakra is red. Now, with the sharing of the drop-in, I would love to be able to share pictures, but I don't know how that would go with the recording of the show. So we'll have to use our imagination this time around. However, we're working on it. So now the first chakra is at the base of the spine, near the coccyx, and it is involving survival instinct, security, grounding. So there's no surprise that if you feel that you're a little off kilter, if you feel that you're in a mindset of scarcity, that your first chakra is going to be one of the ones affected, because this is your foundation. Okay. So now, this is all your legs. This is all to do with earth. This is all to do with survival, stability, grounding, prosperity, livelihood, physical health. And it's the color red. Now, later on in the show, we are actually going to do a chakra recharge or chakra healing. So this way, all of you can actually feel how your chakras are working. So it's pretty cool stuff. Now, with the first chakra, it does affect a lot on upbringing, your childhood. So if you've had a challenging childhood, or a childhood that had a lot of adversity, 9 out of 10, something's got to be going on. It's got to be a little off with your first chakra, because all of us want stability, right? So it being the root chakra or it being the bottom chakra, it's really going to contain that stability that makes you, stable, focused, that kind of thing. It is your base foundation. Absolutely, Marissa. Now, with the first chakra, let's just say, for example, you're building a house on sand. If you build a house on sand and then you put all the wood and timber and windows and all of that weight, eventually it's going to topple, right? So the first chakra, so all of these chakras are incredibly important to be focusing and working at the proper output. All of them are, because each one has a characteristic. Each one is important. Each one has a certain job to do. So now, that's the first chakra. Now, the second chakra, which is called, and if I butcher these names, this is Sanskrit, people, so please be forgiving, but it's Savadahistana. Not too bad. But that is the second chakra, and it's orange. So the second chakra has to do with your emotions, levels of intimacy, sexuality, money, believe it or not. All of that has to do with the second chakra, and it's orange. Orange is also the color of sex and cash. So that also is very, very important. Now, with the second chakra, it's a sweetness. Okay, the meaning is sweetness. Now, the location could be the abdominals, genitals, low back, and spine. Okay. Now, since the first chakra is earth, this second chakra, the element is water. And obviously, well, if you're not aware, emotions and the second chakra is also to do with emotions. A lot of times, if you look at tarot or anything like that, the cups were involving water. Water is involving emotions. Well, there you go. Now, say, for example, if you are suffering any kind of lack of money or any kind of lack of control of emotions or anything like that, these are second chakra. These are second chakra issues. So this could mean that there was some kind of trauma or some kind of something, some kind of thing, some kind of disruption happened in your life where it affected your second chakra. Now, this also, the whole point of getting a second chakra going is also more the foundational, and it's also to give you pleasure, relaxation, all of that. Because if you think about it, with emotions, you have endorphins that go on. There's a lot of things that happen with your emotional state. So now also too, just to also bring in, Saturn is the planet of influence for the first chakra, and then you have Moon for the second chakra. So again, you look at the moon, you look at how it affects the tides, you bring water into it. So all of this makes scientific sense. And a lot of times people look at this like it's like woo-woo kind of like craziness. But this is actually based on some form of scientific reality, So now also, with the second chakra, if you find yourself with, issues of intimacy, issues with being intimate or being sexual with someone, that in itself can affect also the second chakra. And again, it is all connected scientifically. All of this is. It's just if they actually connect it or choose to believe or not believe or connect or not connect to these things, So that's also part of it as well. Okay, so now we get to the third chakra. Now, the third chakra is really interesting. The third chakra is the navel. This is where Buddhists believe that is the source of the soul or chi. This is why a lot of times I say that I'm a chi evangelist. It's all about energy. For me, energy means everything. I read energy. I could measure someone's energy. I could build up someone's energy. I can balance someone's energy. So a lot of it's all about the chi. It's all about the navel. You have that center point. If someone taps you where, when you get the wind taken out of you, that's that point. It's in between the navel and a little bit higher, about a fist higher. But this is the source of where you have your power, your desire, your energy, your vitality, your life spark belongs there in the third chakra. Now, also for the third chakra, it is called, the Sanskrit name is Anahanda or Anahata. Sorry, again, if I butcher these names, these aren't words that you say every day. So I apologize. But this is the part where it connects you to your, oh, actually, no, it's the Manipura. Sorry about that. It's the Manipura. That's that part. Now, this part is fire. This is power. This is energy. This is vitality. This is purpose, and it's yellow. So just imagine clarity. The power of the sun, warmth. And Mars is the planet. The sun and Mars is the planet that rules this particular chakra. Now, if you have an issue or an imbalance in the third chakra, you find yourself tired. You are unable to sometimes breathe. Sometimes you're unable to kind of take in energy through this chakra. And that was Manipura, the Sanskrit name. Now the fourth chakra, that's Anahata. That's the Sanskrit name for this chakra. It's Anahata. The fourth chakra is involving your heart. Now, what do we know about the heart? We know that it's about love, hope, compassion. And they do. They're all the primary colors. So that's very good, Natalie. It's, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. So these are just the main. We're just going through the 7 main ones. There's also studies that there are a lot of mini chakras too, like medians in the body. But the thing is, they're all empowered by these main 7. So that makes a huge difference, right? So it's kind of like the generators that power up all the other mini chakras in your body, all the mini power points. Now, this also gives you balance. This is about compassion. This is about acceptance. If you find that you've had a lot of heartbreak, your heart chakra is going to be affected. This is where your broken heart happens. This is where the broken heart happens. This is where, if you're rejected or dismissed, your heart chakra is going to be affected. Some people store things in their chakras too, as well as their body parts or organs. So some people, if they get nervous, they get that, they feel it in their heart chakra. That's when you question a lot of what's going on there in your heart chakra. And that was Anahata. Okay. Now we go on to the 5th chakra. And the 5th chakra is Visuddha. Visuddha. And that is purification. Now that's the way the throat is. So if you are someone that tends to suffer from sore throats or has a lot of colds in that area, you don't speak up for yourself, guess what? That's a lot of chakra. That chakra is being affected if you don't speak up for yourself. If you take everything in, but when you bottle it up, if you're bottling up things and you don't allow yourself to speak up or to defend yourself or to be confident and speak your mind, that's all throat chakra stuff. And this is all These are all things that if you don't take care of it, your physical body is going to be affected by it. And this is a blue. So we've gone from red being the first chakra, and then orange being the second, third being yellow, fourth being green, your heart chakra. Hey, Pamela, welcome. And now your throat chakra being blue. Now also too, throwing in some scientific fact, what happens, what's the color of communication? It's blue. People say, and in the world of color schemes, they say you should wear blue if you want to invoke good communication. Right. So isn't that interesting how that coincides with it? And is the color communication. So now this is a direct correlation to communication, the color blue. But see, that's okay, Q. We'll do a quick recap. But also too, when you wear red, red has to do with stability, wanting to start on the right foot, focus on foundation. And how I know you always want to start with a good foundation, right? You always want to start with a strong, you want to walk out the door in a strong way. That's the red. So you can think blue too. You don't necessarily have to wear it. You could think it and focus on the color blue to incorporate good communication too. So there's ways around not wearing a certain color. You can also carry a stone in your pocket that is corresponding to that color. So that's also possible too. You can wear something blue in your pocket or in your pocketbook. Exactly. Now, once we go from the throat chakra, now we're going into the sixth chakra, which is the brow. That is the third eye. Now, the third eye in Eastern mentality, in Eastern spirituality, we actually have a third eye. That's where your intuition comes in. That's when your psychic perception comes in. That's when your imagination comes in. That's like an indigo blue. It becomes a little darker. Okay. Now, just like for you to see clearly, it's good to have your third eye chakra open so you can receive information, so you can know if you're, like, say, in a job interview, you're open to that intuition to know whether the energy is flowing properly between you and that person, where there's good communication. So all of this works together with the other. So consider this like a committee or a team, because if one is lacking, others are going to follow suit if you don't take care of them. And then to have that come in, if you're focusing on your third chakra, you're going to find it's wide open. You're going to be able to detect when something's good, when something's bad, when something's not flowing. That stomach, that they call it a gut, a hunch, something in your gut. It's actually in your third eye, according to the chakras. And now the seventh chakra, that is like the master chakra. That is what you're getting from the divine. That is where you're getting all the connection. Okay, well, the third chakra would be the solar plexus. So it would be close to your stomach, right? However, the sixth is the third eye. Yes. So if you imagine putting a small triangle, you'll see on the front of your forehead, above your two eyes, you're going to have the third eye. Also, too, if you look at Eastern women, Indian women, they have a bindi. That's where the third eye resides. That's why they have a bindi there. It's also to signify that they're married. But a lot of times that's to open up, that's to emulate the third eye. So now the crown chakra, this is where everything comes in. When the crown chakra is open, you're going to find that the divine comes through solid. That's your connection to spirituality. That's your connection to the creator. And when you find that happening, then you're going to feel spiritually fulfilled. Your belief system, that's where your faith lies. All of that is coming through your crown chakra. And if you think about it, from heaven, coming down from heaven into your crown chakra. Now, we'll do a quick recap of all 7 chakras. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a healing chakra session. So you can actually experience what it's like to feel these, to feel all these chakras and how they work. Hey, Terry. Pleasure seeing you. Now, we have the first chakra. That's Muladhara. That's the root. That's revolving survival, stability, grounding, prosperity, physical health, right? It's red. Saturn is the corresponding planet. And this is all about where we come from, our origin. That's our first chakra. Second chakra, we have Siddhasvarhana. Say that 10 times fast. Also called the sweetness chakra. Now, the first chakra is to do with earth. The second chakra has to do with water. Sexuality, emotions. This is your sense of sensuality. So that's also part. That's orange. So think of a beautiful, ripe orange, ready, that sweet, right at that point where it's sweet. The moon is the corresponding planet for that. Now you have the third chakra, which is Manipura, for the Sanskrit term. It's where your solar plexus is. This is where you have fire. This is where you have your power and your energy. If you're tired all the time, this is meaning that your third chakra is probably either inactive or not producing a whole lot of energy. It's getting choked or it's stunted. Now the fourth chakra, you have Anahata. That's your heart chakra. That's air. So just like Manipura, your solar plexus is fire, Anahata is air. And this has to do with love. Sense of self, too. To some degree, sense of self can come in as well. Balance, compassion, acceptance. And Anahata, the heart chakra, is green. The planet is also Venus. Now you have the fifth chakra, which is Visuddha, which is the purification chakra. It's your throat. It's involving sound, communication. And this is all involving clear communication, creativity, resonance. It's a bright blue. Mercury is the planet for that. And it's to have clear communications, to speak up for yourself, to speak well, to speak confidently. That's your throat chakra's job. And the next one would be the brow, or the third chakra, which is Aina. That's your intuition. That's your psychic perception. That's your imagination. It's an indigo blue. you have the planet Neptune, and it's to see. See without the eyes. See without using your actual physical vision. And then you have the last chakra, is the crown chakra, which is Sadhisara. That's your top of your head. That's your thought, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual connection, connection to the divine. It's violet, so it's like an obsolescent violet color, like a constant mixture. And it's Uranus. So you have the brow is Neptune, and you have the seventh chakra is Uranus, and that's to know, and it's bringing in your consciousness. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a recharging of all your chakras. So how many people have ever done this before? I know there's a few people that haven't, and there are a few people that have. So if you've ever had anyone do this with you, throw one in the chat. Okay, super. Excellent. Fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to start. So I'm not taking anyone in the seat as of yet. We're going to go through recharging the chakras. Okay, we're going to start off with the root chakra. So I would like for all of you to do is to sit comfortably, hands in your lap. Take a nice deep breath through your nose. Hold it for a couple of seconds, and then release it through your nose as well. We're also doing nasal breathing. It's a lot healthier for you. Okay. So do that, make that breath a couple more times, just to get your body started to go into the calmness. And with the next breath, take in all the positive, all the things that you want to happen into your life, and take them in. And when you hold them in, have them recharge your inner being. And then as you exhale through your nose, you're going to release any of the tensions or stresses that you've had, any obstacles that you've had inside you, and you're going to release them. Okay. Now let's start with your chakras. Now let's focus on a red ball of energy. It's a deep red. Imagine this around your coccyx area in your body, in the center of your body, and it's spinning, and it's emulating color and light. Focus on this for a second. Feel that energy working that area of your body. Feel it vibrating. Visualize this ball, and it's spinning, almost like you're looking at it. It's spinning. It's all energy. So it's almost like, when you're wringing your hands, they're not really stagnant. They're moving around. So this is the energy. It's moving. Also imagine an apple, a red, delicious apple. And take in all of your senses. Imagine biting into that apple. Imagine tasting that apple. Take in that red color. You can think of it as a strawberry. You can, anything that's red that you really connect to, a deep red. And feel it pulsing and vibrating in your body. Now take a deep breath. Feel that energy. And as you release by exhaling through your nose, we'll move to the next chakra. Now we're moving up. This is the sacral chakra. This is an orange. Imagine an orange ball of energy moving, vibrating, giving you a strong foundation, helping you to feel attractive, turning on all those parts of you that make you feel attractive and gravitating people towards you. The right people, mind you. Also, this is the attractant of money, abundance, prosperity. Focus on all of that coming in and it vibrating. Imagine a nice ripe orange. Open, tear into that flesh of that orange and smell that citrus. Take a bite out of that citrus. Have it affect all that part of you, deep within. And with working with your first and second chakra, you may feel a tingling sensation. You may feel more centered. And sit with that a second. Take a deep breath. Hold that energy, feel it. And then exhale through your nose. And let's move to the third chakra. Now this is the navel chakra. This chakra has to do with your power center, your spark, your soul, where your foundation of chi is. This is where your strength is. This is your strength of ability to do what needs to get done. Imagine the sun. Visualize you sitting out in the sun and feeling the sun's rays. Feel the sun warming all of the things that don't belong in your life and blessing you with the things that you want, the things that you deserve. Feel your lower half of your body feeling more grounded. Feel it tingling. You could feel it light. Some of you may feel it a little bit heavy. It depends. Everyone's different. Feel it warming your body. Now take a deep breath through your nose. Hold it. And release. At this point, you have this red hue around your body. You've got this orange hue around your body. And now you have a yellow. That yellow surrounding your body as well. Now let's go to your heart chakra. Visualize this ball of energy as green. All shades of green turning and changing, vibrating, pulsing like a heartbeat. Visualize good connections, unconditional love. Feel friendship, family, good opportunities. Also, this is the perfect time to release any negative aspects of relationship that you've had before. It's time to release that. And feel that pulsing, strong, vibrant. Now take a deep breath. Hold it in. And exhale through your nose. Now we're moving up to the throat chakra. The chakra of communication. This can potentially give you miscommunication if you're not careful. So visualize this light blue like a robin's egg. This ball of energy swirling and moving, pulsing, vibrating, getting better and bigger, vibrating through your whole body. Because all these colors, all these chakras are enveloping your whole body. This is how we become more balanced energetically. Music, sound. You can hear birds singing. Fully embrace everything that the throat chakra has. The sense of being able to communicate well. Speaking your mind, saying what you mean, meaning what you say. All of that. Focus that blue, taking over and enveloping your whole body. Take a deep breath through your nose. Hold it. And release. And now we're moving up to the third eye. This is where your intuition comes in. This is where you receive messages. Focus it being open, vibrating nice and strong, pulsing, enveloping your whole entire body. Getting messages, good and bad, knowing how you can protect yourself intuitively. Taking all that good energy and being able to sense the balance of things and sense disruption and sense balance. Be clear. Once you feel that enveloping your whole entire body, inhale, hold it, and exhale. And now for the crown. The crown chakra is like the master chakra. Everything comes from up. It's like rain. It comes from the sky, it comes down, right? So feel that connection to the divine. Feel wisdom and knowledge coming through. This is an indigo or a purple. Purple is also the color of healing. It's also the color of amethyst. Visualize this purple enveloping your whole entire body. Think of grapes. Think of a delicious glass of wine. Take it all in. Anything that you connect with the color purple, connect with it. Feel it envelop your whole entire body. Breathe in, hold it, and exhale through your nose. Now at this point, if you envisioned your aura or could see your aura, you would see all these colors just moving, almost like if you dropped paint, those colors of paint into water and mixed them. You're feeling they're all intermingling with each other, right? They're all connecting and mixing and working around each other. All of them work together. All of them are in partnership with each other. So when you're feeling that energy, all of them self-balance each other as well. So with that being said, all of you're empowering one with the other. It's almost like connecting a bunch of different batteries to each other. And as you do that, one powers the next, powers the next, powers the next, powers the next, until you get to the crown. So now, feel all this energy, feel all these colors enveloping your body and vibrating through your body. And we're going to take 3 big inhales and exhales through your nose. And we're going to come back to our full awareness. And then you guys can share your experience. So inhale. One more. And one last. Now, bringing back into awareness, you can open your eyes. So how was it for you guys? What did it feel like? You can jump in the seat. You can type it in chat. Now, Marissa's saying she's ready for a nap. So your wiggles are gone, huh, Marissa? That's the important thing about being mindful and doing self-care for yourself and being able to really take the time to do what you need to do. Because don't be surprised if all of you feel like you just had a nap or are ready for a nap or ready for more, you know. So it's something where you feel more at peace, you know. Now this is something that you can also look at YouTube. You can look at a lot of different other medium to do chakra balancing. Or you can do chakra balancing. You can do guided meditations. There's so many things. This is primarily to help people that are new and some seasoned people that are used to this, and just kind of remind you how important it is to take time to kind of recharge your own batteries. Because a lot of times we don't do that. We're too caught up with work, or too caught up with, we have kids, kids are going on, or too caught up with our health, or if our health hasn't been very good. And I know how that is, how different energies can be happening. It's all good to be able to connect with that and replenish our batteries. You're welcome. You're welcome, Evangelos. So all of this is really, really important. Now, there's a lot of other things that you could use as well. But with working with chakras, what's nice about that is that it is more mindful. It's more specific. Thank you, Terry. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So all of that is really, really important. Our energy really is our center. If you think about it, if in our auric field, if we're not dealing with things, what happens is it comes in, and say, for example, now you see my fingers here on the edge of the screen, the edge of the window here, right? Now, say, for example, I'm like, I got too many things I got to do. I can't be bothered with this self-care business. I don't have time for this. I got things to do. I got places to go. I'm busy, busy, busy. Guess what? Now those things become closer. And before you know it, with enough avoidance of the actual thing, it comes closer and closer until it actually gets to your body, and then it causes dis-ease. That's when you're going to feel the effects. That's why stress can cause all kinds of different ailments. So all of that is really, really something that we should focus on. And you're welcome, Pamela. I'm glad that you could get a lot out of that. Now, if you were doing this by the beach in the Bahamas, let me tell you, that's phenomenal. And Pamela is from the Bahamas, so she's very, very fortunate to be literally right down the road from the beach. I also have the ocean nearby. It's a incredibly nurturing thing. But this is all something that we need to focus on and think about. And then, of course, there's Terry. She's in Laguna Beach, California. So she's walking distance as well from the ocean. So that sense of peace and calm is what you need. And a lot of us don't necessarily tap into that on a regular basis. We tap into everything else. We make sure we put gas in the car or fuel in the tank. We make sure that we eat every day. It may not be the best thing for us, or the best thing or not, or we don't think about it all the time, but we fuel our bodies, we fuel our vehicles, we make sure we have our utilities paid for and everything, but we don't necessarily fuel our sense of self. We don't fuel our energy. So it's all part of it, body, mind, and spirit. Welcome, Katie. And it's good to practice gratitude and acceptance as well, because that also needs to be refilled in the tank, for sure. Now, would anybody like to hop into a seat and share their experience with this chakra healing? Welcome to come on in. Anybody welcome to come in? Everyone's so mellowed out. They're like, I have to press a button. Here comes Pamela.
Hi, Moonshadow. Hi, everyone.
You're on mute. I can't hear your audio.
Really? No.
I know. Yeah, but for some reason I can't hear your audio.
I'll refresh and come back.
Okay, you're going to refresh? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Because I know my audio was fine because I played the YouTube video. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. And if worst comes to worst, what I'll probably do, if worst comes to worst, what I'll do is I'll stop the recording and then refresh, and we can continue the conversation afterwards. But hopefully, we can hear what Pamela has to say.
No?
No. What is up with that?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's not me, but to refresh now would not
be good.
Be good.
I'm going to chat.
Yeah. So, can someone else try to pop into the seat? This is when technology is not necessarily connected to spirituality. It's harshing my zen. Okay, we have Terry coming in. Okay.
Mercury's going retrograde on the 20th.
I can't hear you either. Ugh. It's got to be something to do with my end. You can hear both. Okay, it's got to be me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to close down the recording. I'm not even going to pause it and refresh, because this could be problematic. This is what happened last week. So we're not even going to mess around with that stuff. Oh yeah. Welcome to technology. And and we have all kinds of retrogrades going on as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to finish up the recording, and I want to thank you all for being here. And I want to thank you all, and blessings to all of you to have joined me today, as well as my replay and my YouTube and Phoenix Rising viewers. I appreciate all of you. Please feel free to connect with me and follow me, subscribe to my social media. You can find it all on my links, also on moonphoenixrising.com, under the tab Insight with Moonshadow. So I hope to see you all again. Take care, and see you all very, very soon.